Hello survivors and welcome to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video, and in this video we're going to be taking a first look at Mythic Alice, who is a character that is in the supply depot. She is in other wheels too, but she is also available in one of the current events and no doubt future events going forwards. Visually on the right hand side, she looks quite a lot like the Alert Alice that we had in the 6-star era, quite a big favourite of a lot of people. A favourite of mine for sure. I did manage to pull that character. I was very happy when I pulled that character. But she does have a big gun. It is an attached weapon. We'll take a look at that in a moment. But yep, she's the doctor. She's a surgeon, you know. On the left-hand side, we get a little bit of a closer look at that, at the grim realities of the zombie apocalypse. Someone's got bitten on their hand here. They have to lose their hand. That's kind of the way it goes. We'll get rid of that and check out the stats. Tier 5, level 600. Gold Mythic, she has 13,132 attack, 13,148 defense, and 14,546 HP. She is a tough character holding that big rifle, of course. A medic. She is a mythic character, and she is a part of Woodbury, which I believe is a surprise. I'm not sure. I have seen some people say that she shouldn't be a part of Woodbury. I'm not 100% certain there. Maybe she needed to fill out parts of the group there when it came to the sort of characters in that allegiance. Now we'll go across and check out her adrenaline rush, and it is called Back from the Brink. It is a 66 AP cost rush. Deal 350% damage to one enemy. Heal 3 teammates by 40% of their max HP. Revive one teammate with 30% of their max HP. So, pretty nice medic rush. It's a sort of damage heal. We did get quite a few of these, I believe, in the 5-star era where they'd damage 1 and heal 3. But this is damage 1, heal 3, and the cheeky revive on top. And it is a pretty good revive too. The heal is not going to affect the person revived because it comes afterwards. But they are going to get 30% of their max HP. And in the Mythic era, that's, you know, 10, 15,000 at least on a defense team a lot of the time. So that's a lot of HP healed up just on the revive character. And obviously a revive is nice. You know, revives are always good. They have obviously been balanced a little bit since the Conquest release, where a revive character does not have full AP, but they're still extremely powerful. Okay, so we are on the second turn here, and I believe with the help of Glenn, I should be able to get a natural rush on Alice. There we go. If we get a crit with Glenn, that's the way it goes. We did take an S-Class character. You can see the S-Class character in the bottom left-hand corner is Alpha, who has maxed out rush at 76. However, when we target Holly here and do some damage, we are going to take her out. The rush can be quite powerful. The revive will come in on Alpha, but she'll be down to 50% AP. This is how the revives work now. But you can see she also did heal up some teammates. I believe only one character needed healing, and it was Mirabelle. But if there were 3 characters that needed healing, they'd obviously get a nice, I believe, 40% heal from Alice's rush. Now, because she does damage with that rush, it obviously makes it a little bit more viable for attack teams as well as defense teams. On defense, it's always going to be good. Heals and revives will always work on defense teams. But on attack teams, having that just like heavy medic that doesn't do much else but healing and reviving is generally a wasted slot a lot of the time. But Alice is not going to be that character. If we look at the upgrades required to get her rush to the best it can be, at tier 3, she'll get 10% more revived HP on the character she picks up, and at tier 5 she'll get 1 extra healing target and 100% extra damage on that rush. So unless she's tier 5, it'll be 250% damage and only 2 teammates getting healed. That obviously is nowhere near as good, particularly the 100% damage, which you actually have to upgrade to get that maxed out. She is not going to be that much of a damage dealer, I'll be honest. If you gear her offensively, you will not be able to use her on your defense team as easily. But you can kind of just see it as a bonus bit of damage. Someone to soften someone up first, and then someone else can come in afterwards. For instance, Alice and Andrea can be on the same team. Alice can rush someone who she's not going to be able to take out. Andrea can just finish them off with a basic attack, get a follow-up, and potentially have her rush instantly. So there's definitely some nice combos there. Is this 100% damage worth tearing up? If you will rely more on Alice as a damage dealer on attack, then definitely yes. But otherwise, I wouldn't jump in on this too quickly and maybe focus on some of her passives, which we will look at in a moment. But first, we'll look at her signature move, and it is called Clear the Haze. It has got an initial cooldown of turn 3, cooldown of 3 turns, number of uses 999. Attack an enemy for 150% damage. 2 teammates recover from daze. This is both good and not good at the same time. Obviously, the actual effects of this is good. 150% damage is nice. This can crit, can do a bit of extra damage. It's only going to be 100% damage less than her base rush until she gets to tier 5, so it's actually not too bad. In terms of the recover on the daze, that's nice. There aren't too many characters that can daze at the moment. I believe one of them for sure is Yumiko, but I'm not really sure. I mean, the more days that comes out, the more powerful that this is going to get. The issue that you have with this is that it has got an initial cooldown of turn 3, and that is generally going to be the natural rush turn on a defense team. She'll do a basic attack, then rush. So that realistically, this is actually turn 4 rather than turn 3. It doesn't matter when this happens. Any sort of clearance of daze is going to be great, but she could obviously potentially do this when no one's dazed and just for the damage, and it won't do any recovers. So you could maybe see that as a downside. I do believe even if nobody is dazed on a signature move, they will just do it no matter what. I don't think it works like active skills. I'm not actually 100% certain about that. But because it's attached to damage, that is a for sure thing. If it was a turn 2, she would obviously just get off a little bit earlier. She could potentially get this signature move off to unblock other characters on turn 2 who have turn 2 signature moves to be able to use their signature moves that turn. And that would have been obviously a lot more powerful. Okay, so we are attacking, and this is a very different attack team that I'm taking in here. This is just to show you how the cleanse works. We have given full daze to the entire defense team except Alice because I put a resist mod on her. You know how Connor works, he just dazes everybody. We've also impaired everybody so we can't get any rushes happen. And what's going to happen is the S-class characters should get taken out a little bit. We'll just hit the defend action. And this turn right here, she should use her signature move to remove the daze from 2 characters. We'll see if she actually does it. She does do it. 2 characters did get their daze cleansed, and that's why Holly could use her signature move that turn. While the daze has run out naturally now, the last turn when they all went, Holly was dazed. She couldn't use her signature move, but you saw that she actually did do it. It's going to be an extra bit of damage when she does that. And I believe on Holly's signature move, she has got a revive. So if someone was downed, she would have been able to pick someone up. So pretty obvious on how that one works. Like I said though, it will become more powerful as more characters come out that have daze. Characters could have it on their signature moves where the targeted character gets dazed, just that character for 1 turn or 2 turns. So limited time daze, and this is going to help. The only issue, like I said before, is the cooldown. For whatever reason, the initial cooldown is turn 3. If we look at the upgrades required, you can get this fully maxed out just with 1 gold mythic. At tier 2, the starting cooldown and the cooldown both get reduced by 1. And at tier 4, you get 1 extra target who recovers daze. So it's definitely worth getting a character to tier 4, generally speaking anyway, as a gold mythic if you want to use them. Tier 5 is obviously ideal, but you don't have to get Alice here to tier 5 to utilize everything on her signature move. So now we'll go across to her mythic abilities, the passive skills that Alice is going to bring. The first one is Spirit. This is what all medics get. 10% of all healing performed by this character, also granted as bonus HP. This doesn't work like overheal. As long as the character is healed, they will get this bonus HP. It is not about them being max HP or anything like that. It's just about them getting any sort of healing. So when she rushes at 40%, she'll give 4% bonus HP to those 3 characters. A nice little bonus. Her second passive is called Stand Tall. When attacked by an opponent with the support role, she gets 20% defense. This is actually kind of nice, and this will work whether she's being used on attack or defense, because support characters are generally used on either team. That's the way support characters go. She has got natural base daze resist. She has got a 15% daze resistance. Now I have been informed, I was originally informed by Scopely that this stacked with mods, but I have since been informed that it actually does not stack with mods now, so this is just worth noting. Is 15% daze resist good if it doesn't stack with mods, or will you just see it as a side bonus? I guess you're going to be able to just see this as a side bonus rather than, you know, actually being anything spectacular. Like I said, right now there are not too many Daze characters out there, but that is no doubt going to change in the future. The last passive she has is Back with a Vengeance. Whenever a teammate is revived, this character and all adjacent get 20% attack for 2 turns. This is really good for attack or defense teams. She is a leader, and we will look at that in a moment. So obviously this could mean everybody on the team gets this buff. Okay, so we are on turn 2. I've taken Alpha again, and for some reason she's getting destroyed. I'm not sure why that is. What we're going to do is we're going to get the AP from Glenn's passive skills, hopefully go to Alice. Now, when I take out a character, I'm going to take out Holly again. The revive will come in, as you'll see, and also 20% attack will be on all of the teammates. If she's in the center as that leader, she will get that big bonus. That's going to influence a lot of different things. That's going to influence anyone who has burn mods, obviously, and it will just simply influence the damage output of any character that you have in the team. It's just as simple as that. Higher attack stat, more damage. Who knew? Now that obviously is going to stack with everything else she brings to the table. So if she's holding a 1535 weapon, she's getting 15% attack from that, plus the 20% bonus to everybody. She's going to be nice. She's also got attack on her leader skill, which we will look at in just a second. We'll look at these passive upgrade slots first. At tier 1, it's Stand Tall. At tier 2, it is Spirit. At tier 3, it is the Daze Resistance. And then at tier 4, which will be the most expensive one, will be Back with a Vengeance. I do think that is probably the best one for her. Like, if you think about it, on an attack team, sometimes you can have someone taken out with a Reflect. She can pick that character up, and then everyone's getting attack bonus because of that. I think that's going to be really nice, especially if you take a lot of attacking characters. Generally, someone's going to get focused. They haven't got too much in the way of defensive stats, and Alice is going to be great for those situations. Other than that, in terms of the other upgrades, it's completely up to you. I think the other 3 are just pretty decent. Spirit's always nice, though, just to get a little bit more HP, even if it is only 10%. Now, as previously mentioned, she is a leader, so obviously has a leader skill. She is not a specialist. Her leader skill is all teammates get 20% attack and 25% to healing received. This is a big mixed bag, in my opinion. The second half of this is really good for a defense team, but the first half, in my opinion, is not. I've come up against a couple of Alices on defense, and they get absolutely wrecked. Unless you have a really tanky team, it's generally going to fall to pieces. If you have one offensive character on that team, they're going to just be like, it's going to be a knife through butter, basically. Those characters are not going to last any time at all. On an attack team, it's going to be great, though. The healing is just a bonus on an attack team, though, so you're only probably going to have Alice. You might have like a fast healing weapon, and that's going to just boost that by 25%. It is kind of an unfortunate combo. If it was 25% defense, she would be one of the best defensive leaders without a doubt. And if that 25% to healing received was something else that could help teams offensively, that would be really good too. Okay, so just to come back to the same scenario we faced before, I'm going to revive Alpha like we did last time. And this time you can sort of see the actual bonuses that we're going to be getting from this. 20% attack from reviving a character. She's holding a 1535 as well, and she's got a 20% lead. That's a huge amount of damage bonus to every single character. That's over 50%. You're talking about 20, 15, and 20. And those all multiply with each other. They don't stack. It doesn't go up to 55%. It's 20% times 15% times 20%. And that's going to be a little bit more than 55%. If you've got someone who does high amounts of damage, it's obviously going to amplify them extremely well. But this is going to be great for characters like Tyrese, who relies heavily on buffs to get the best out of him. Now, Alice does have an attached weapon, and it is Alice's Energized Sniper Rifle. And it is actually probably one of the better weapons that is attached to a character as a mythic character. 25% HP, a minion bonus to AP when taking damage, bonus AP, receive 20% AP at the beginning of each wave. Now, the reason this weapon is good because 20% AP to self is hard to come by. You may not even have one yourself and you're a veteran. If you're brand new to the game, this is obviously going to be great. It is a hard one to get in the armory. It is a high tier one. It is also a trait crit. This is the only characters that can build this in the armory are tough characters. So it's not off trait, but it is going to be something that is going to be much rarer to actually get. It isn't the top tier, however, it is only tier 3, but it's still going to be extremely effective. Now, how you'd want to upgrade this is up to you, but it's definitely worth upgrading as a 4-star weapon before 5-starring it if you don't have any of these buffs already. I would say this is mainly going to be an attack team weapon in this case, so you might want to swap out the HP for attack, go for 35% attack and a huge bonus to AP when attacking, 1535 in the 4 slot, and upgrade the attack to 45%. Another weapon that's useful for her on an attack team is the Marcus Thompson, because it already has 1535 on it already. You just won't get any AP bonuses, but if she does get attack, there's control potential. On a defense team, she does need AP on attack, so you could potentially go with something like this. You're giving her extra stats because you're getting 2 stat bonuses here, but she does need the AP on attack if you want her to naturally rush turn 3. So that is Alice as a mythic character, and I think she's actually pretty good. I think she'd be very useful as an attack leader. It's just whether you'd want to use her over Negan or Rick. I guess it's going to be kind of situational depending on the teams you're bringing. You could of course go all out attack on her weapon. You could give her a rampage weapon. She is going to be in the middle, and 4 1535s around her will boost her attack quite high. It will only really amplify her basic attack damage and her signature move, and as said before, her signature move is a turn 4 the majority of the time. But do give me your thoughts on Alice. Is she a character that you're hoping to get from the depot? Are you going to be focusing her in, the current events or potentially upcoming events? I know a lot of people out there do like their Alice. When they saw her as a character from the depot, a lot of people were trying to get the refreshes in there for her. I have not been fortunate enough to get Alice in my refreshes, but I have had some other characters pop up. But if she did drop into my depot, I would snap her up in a second. But that is the end of this video, guys. Do leave your comments down below like I said. If you did enjoy the video or find it informative, please hit the like button. I want to thank everyone out there who has already hit that subscribe button. It does make a massive difference to a YouTuber's channel. But that is the end of this one, guys. Thank you very much for tuning in, and as always, keep on surviving, guys. Keep on surviving.